Hello beautiful, Lon here. And for those of you who don't know me, I'd like to introduce myself. I am a visionary artist, I am an author, and I'm a mindset coach. And everything that I do in these three areas is to help people shift their perspectives. That's it. I help people change the way they think about things. And why do I do this? I do this because I am passionate about people living a life that makes them happy and that makes them fulfilled. And oftentimes it is not our circumstances that determine this. It's not our circumstances that determine whether we are happy or not. It is the way we think. It is how we feel about things. It's how we see things. So I help people to change the way they think. That's it. I use sacred geometry based images to help people shift their perspectives. Images like the one that you see right in the back of me. And we're going to talk about sacred geometry much more in a later video. For now, we're going to start to talk about oracle decks. And maybe you have heard of oracle decks and maybe you have never heard of oracle decks, and maybe you're a little bit afraid of oracle decks. Maybe you think that they could give you a negative feedback, or they could tell you that there's something wrong with you, or maybe it's just not your jam. Maybe you think it's kind of woo-woo, it's out there, it's strange, it's weird, or maybe you grew up with a religion that doesn't include something like oracle decks. Whatever it is, I am inviting you to open your mind and to make some space for some new perspectives and new thoughts, because we're going to talk about all of this. First of all, I have some wonderful news for you to begin with. Are you ready? All right. There are no negative cards in my deck. None. Every card has something positive to offer. A little insight, a little suggestion, just a little nugget of something for you to contemplate while you go through your day. Second, the cards in my deck are not predicting anything. They are designed to just give you some feedback and some support, just like what you would like to receive from a friend. Some loving feedback and insight. So wherever you go, you can have this kind of supportive insights right by your side in a little box. How cool is that? So instead of thinking about them as oracle decks, maybe we should just call them insight decks, insight cards, friends in a box. For now, I just want to share with you the most valuable information that you need to know about these cards. Are you ready? It is all about having fun. That's it. It's just about having fun, guys. There is no rules. All you have to do is follow your intuition and do whatever feels good. So whether you want to draw one card about a specific question or topic, or you want to do a more in-depth drawing with several cards, it doesn't matter. There is no rules about how to work with these cards. Just like how it is with trusted friends, you just flow with whatever comes up, and you stay open and authentic, and you stay loving and supportive with each other, and you just flow with whatever goes. All right, let's take a closer look at the decks themselves. I have created two decks, and the first one, let me just see where it is. Here it is. The first one is the Activations Oracle deck. There it is. And the second one is the Sacred Geometry of Relationships Oracle. Well, both decks are based on sacred geometry images, and in both decks, these images are all about large concepts that are at the core of our lives. Both decks come with a book like this, a little book that covers each card with an in-depth description, and it goes into the concept of each image. And it talks about how that concept applies to the new time that we are living in and how it applies to your life. And then it has a whole explanation about the image that you see, the colors, the symbology, the numerology, the shapes, the forms, everything. And then the new deck, which is the Relationship Oracle deck, also has a whole part that talks about how that particular concept applies to the relationships in our lives. The guidebooks offer a lot of suggestions on how to work with the cards, from how to shuffle the cards, how to choose a card, how to interpret a card. And it also offers different example spreads that you can try yourself with several cards. There is an introductory chapter that talks about the changes that we see today in the world around us, and it talks about how sacred geometry can help us as a tool to cope with the changes. The Activations Oracle deck covers concepts, like big concepts that we all deal with in our daily lives. Concepts like healing and prosperity and compassion. And concepts that if we would contemplate them a little bit deeper, then maybe we could apply them in a different way to our lives. The Relationship deck covers concepts that are fundamental to the way we connect and relate to each other. Concepts like authenticity and honesty and connection and intimacy. Like, we know about ourselves and the world through our relationships. Relationships with our partners, with our family, with our siblings, with our neighbors, with our friends, with the people that come and stay in our lives for a long time, but also with the people that only touch us for a moment. Somebody that you meet at a bus stand, somebody that you have a wonderful experience with for a day while you're traveling. It also talks about the relationships that we have with the world around us, like Earth, our physical bodies, money, our career, and most of all, the relationship that we have with ourselves, because we are at the core of our experience in our life. And as we are, so is our world. These decks are designed to work separately, or you can work with them together, because they have the same size, and the cards actually have the same size, see? And they even have the same back. So you can use them totally by themselves, or you can mix them all up in one big deck and so get a mixture of all large concepts that have to do somehow with your life, and you can get some new insights and new perspectives and some food for thought. Just little things to contemplate while you go through your day. And now that we've covered the basic, the introduction, let's dive in and find out how to work with these decks.